What is up? We are back. We are back. Let's see if I need to tag anybody in this one. Hitting the camera. I'm sorry, Travis. Those were some cool cards. Alright. What's up, Sean? Hopefully we get you some good ones here, buddy. I'll give it just a minute or two. Just a minute or two before we get started. I'll tell you one thing, I'm excited. I haven't saw what these are like, but these boxes are heavy. What's up, Ken? These are heavy boxes. So I hope they're pretty sweet. But let's find out. What do you say? We got 5 of these bad boys right here. Let's see what these are all about. Got the seals on the back. Fancy. A John Rocker auto would be epic. I mean, the checklist on this is insanity. All right. So they're already encased, so that's why they're heavy. They are already encased. I don't know if you guys could see that. I'm trying to block it. I need some, where's those fillers at? This is like national treasures. Gotta put fillers on here. Alright. I'm trying not to show it and ruin all the suspense. Man, alright. So it looks like the autos are on top. The autos are on top. I don't know who that is. Alright, here we go. Let's start with this one. Alright. So these are the relics. 2 relics, 2 autos per box. And they're already encased, which is sweet. Alright, so our first relic is out of 25. 14 out of 25. Baseball lore. It is Joe McCarthy. Joe McCarthy. Who should be Yankees, I'm pretty sure. I may have to double check, but I think that's Yankees. Joe McCarthy. Look how old it is. All the relics are supposed to be game used. Yeah, game used relics, allegedly. Joe McCarthy. So we gotta put these on a stand. This is our first one. It won't even fit. It's too thick. That's crazy. Alright. Next one. I think it's sideways. No. It's out of 35, 24 out of 35. It is also baseball lore, which is just a cool looking card. Barry Bonds. Going to the Giants on the dual relic. Barry Bonds out of 35. Game used. Barry Bonds. So maybe we'll just set the really thick ones over there. Alright, let's see who these are again. Alright, we'll start with this one. Alright, I'm going to slow roll the heck out of it. If that's annoying you, I am sorry. Alright, first auto, Juan Gonzalez. Juan Gonzalez out of 10. 2 out of 10 on the Juan Gon, which should be Rangers. I'm pretty sure. I would think is Rangers. Juan Gonzalez out of 10. Next auto is thick. It is out of 15. 4 out of 15. Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt. 4 out of 15. Frank Thomas, that is sweet. That's a thick card, too. I don't care. I'm going to get it to balance. That is definitely a boom, Greg. I didn't even know you were here, Greg. You just hanging out in the background. I like it. That is a good card. Man, these boxes are heavy. But it makes sense because they're all encased. All right, box number 2, which is pretty awesome. I guess this is supposed to be like Leaf's high-end Leaf product because the checklist is really good. Really good checklist. In the big Pittsburgh, huh? Well, you stopped in at the right time. Alright, again, I forget that they're just on top here. Alright, let's cover these back up. There's one auto. There is the other auto. Alright, let's go right to left this time on the relics. Alright, first relic. Looks like a Brave. It is. Season leaders, 1 out of 35. So I'm pretty sure this one goes to the multi-team spot. Because it's one of the 2-team ones. 1 out of 35 dual relic. From 1992 season leaders. I wrote them all out. Let me double check. I did that to prevent having to do randoms. So you knew exactly what you're getting. I think it's multi-team. It should be. I'm going to double check though. On the old phone here. I got to zoom in on my awesome taped together checklist. Season leaders. Yeah, season leader duels. So that goes to the multi-team spot out of 35. Alright, next relic. It's green, and it's a 1 of 1. 1 of 1 relic. Baseball lore, which is all the old people, the really old people. Roberto Clemente. Dual bat relic. 1 of 1. That is a sweet card. Game used bat. From Roberto Clemente, going to the Pirates. That is a sick card. Baseball lore. Looks pretty cool too. 1 of 1. Roberto Clemente. Alright, next one. Next auto is a pitcher who I cannot tell who it is. Jamie Moyer. Jamie Moyer. Out of 30. 10 out of 30, Jamie Moyer. Sean, I do think you had the Pirates. I'll have to double check. Jamie Moyer auto. Alright, next auto. Signature season 2002. 2 of 7. Kurt Schilling. Kurt Schilling, 2 of 7. Kurt Schilling. Which is funny, because I went by their own checklist where they actually had teams on the checklist. They had Kurt Schilling to the Red Sox. Looks like he's wearing a Diamondbacks uniform, but they had him to the Red Sox, so that's what I went with. So that does go to the Red Sox, 2 out of 7, because the Diamondbacks had no players anyway. So, but that is a sweet auto. Man, all right. All good names, right? This is insanity. All right, next box. I should have got more of these, but, I mean, they were kind of expensive anyway, especially for Leaf. Didn't know what they were going to be like. I knew the checklist was awesome. So if I can get more at the same price, I'm definitely going to. But if they go way up, I don't know. We'll see. But I like them. Oh, he was on Seattle too? Yeah, look at that. That definitely does not look like a Seattle uniform. But yeah, that's what, on all the single ones, if you look on the Leafs website on their checklist, that's exactly what I went by. Ooh. All right, next one is pretty cool. I might have showed it. Are the autos on one side here? Oh, yeah. There we go. All right. So, yeah, that is definitely you, Sean. All right. Relic. Relic. Auto. Oh, man. The next auto is insanity. Holy cow. All right. I think this is a Relic, yeah. All right, here we go. Relic out of 25. 3 out of 25. Bobby Thompson, I think is Giants. Looks like Giants. Bobby Thompson. Yeah, Max Scherzer would be pretty sweet. Is that a Relic? Yeah. All right, our next Relic is Sideways. And there we go. Frank Robinson. 5 of 6, Frank Robinson, which goes to the Reds, which I found surprising, but it's definitely a Reds uniform. Frank Robinson, 5 of 6. $1961. All right, both these autos are really good in this box. Not that they haven't been, but they're both really awesome. I saw them both. All right, our next auto is none other than the Big Mac himself, Mark McGwire. Who, again, this one is 5 of 5. 5 of 5, Mark McGwire. That's a sweet looking card, but that does look like a Cardinals uniform, but I'm telling you, they had him on the A's. That's what I went with. So it's definitely, I think he's on the A's on this, right? Let me double check. Definitely a Cardinals. Looks like a Cardinals uniform. Let me make sure, but I swear he was on the A's on the checklist, because that's what I put on there. Because I wrote out every player on every team, and it took forever. I typed it out. Yeah, they had him on the A's. Man. Yeah, so that goes to the A's, but that is a sweet card. Which makes no sense. I don't know why they would do that. I'm sorry, guys. I just went by they usually don't have teams. So then I'll just put, it goes to their whatever uniform they're wearing. I do that a lot. But that's literally, if you go to their website, that's exactly what I went by. All right, the next one is super sweet. 7 of 7. Franchise 4 auto. This one is going to the Mariners, I'm pretty sure. Edgar Martinez, Randy Johnson, Omar Vizquel, Ichiro. Quad auto. 7 of 7, franchise 4. Should be going to the Mariners. Because the franchise 4 all have 4 from the same team on the checklist. Yeah, it is not on the multi-team. So that's going to the Mariners, and that is a sick card. Ichiro, Omar Vizquel, Randy Johnson, Edgar Martinez. 7 of 7. That is insanity. All right. Sorry, one gone. All right. Box number 4 of 5. I'm sorry, Brett. I really am. If I would have known that, I would have made my own custom checklist. If I would have known the uniform he was in and put him on the Cardinals. Which, if I get more of these, I'm definitely going to do. So I feel terrible about it, man. I'm sorry, but I really did go straight off of Leafs website, off of their checklist. All right. Oh, okay. So you didn't get the Cardinals. Okay. You were just talking about you got the Mariners. I see. Matt had the Cardinals. Okay. All right. So you're happy. Okay, that's better. I'm sorry. I just feel bad whenever clearly it looks like he's wearing a Cardinals uniform. Okay, that makes sense. I see what you're saying, Brett. Brett usually gets the Cardinals. He was saying he got a different team, and he got an awesome card. All right, I think this, yeah, here we go. This is a good one. I don't know if I just showed you the name. But it is 4 of 7. 4 of 7. Baseball lore. How about the Mickey Mantle? I see what you're saying, Brett. Dual game used. Uniform. Jersey Relic to the Yankees. That is a sick card. Very sweet card. Man, I don't want to take a Kurt Schilling auto down, but that's Mickey Mantle. Alright, that's an auto. I think that's an auto. Yeah, here's the other relic. The Mick. Alright, this is the other relic. A lot of baseball lore relics, which are the old people. 4 of 8. 4 of 8. Dizzy Dean. Dizzy Dean. 4 of 8. Dizzy Dean. Let's see. Who was Dizzy Dean? I mean, I know roughly who Dizzy Dean is, but who did he play for? The Cardinals. There's a Cardinals hit. It is Cardinals. 4 of 8. Dizzy Dean to the Cardinals. It is, in fact, the Cardinals, Matt. All right. Who's this one? All right. Next one is a 1 of 8 auto. 1 of 8. Hall of Famer. There we go. Dizzy Dean's a Hall of Famer. This guy's not a Hall of Famer. He actually might be. No, I don't think he is. But he was good. Tino Martinez to the Yankees. 1 of 8. Tino Martinez. All right. Tino Martinez. That goes to the Yankees. All right, next one. From 1994. Signature season. 1994. 19 out of 25. Jeff Bagwell. Jeff Bagwell. Going to the Stros. The Astros. Jeff Bagwell. Man, that's a sweet card, too. All right. Last box. I want to get one of the inscribed autos where they write stuff. Oh, is that a cut auto? Hey, it is. We got a cut auto. Man. Got a cut auto, and the other auto is insanity too. Not to spoil it, but it is nuts. So we got a cut auto, which should be a 101, I would assume. Hey, this one has 3 autos and 1 relic. I like it. And the relic is nuts, too. All right, this is probably the best box so far. Arguably the best box so far. Let's keep that up there. All right. Here we go. This is definitely a multi-team card for this relic. We got Jeff Bagwell, Kurt Schilling, Pedro, Tony Gwynn, Chipper, Barry Bonds, and it's out of 10, 4 out of 10. That is a sweet card. Oh, there's 8. I was wrong. Ken Griffey Jr., A-Rod, Jim Thome, Randy Johnson, Mariano Rivera, and Ivan Rodriguez. That is a sick card. All game used uniforms. Game used jerseys. Holy cow, I gotta put that up there. There ain't enough room. Well, it's still an awesome card. Alright, I don't know what to do next. Let's do this one. Alright, we got an auto out of 25, 22 out of 25. Steve Garvey. That is going to the Dodgers. Steve Garvey. To the Dodgers out of 25. Is it All-Star games? It says Midsummer Magic. So I'm assuming they were all All-Stars, but I don't think it's All-Star, I can't talk, All-Star jerseys. Doesn't look like it. Could be, but I don't think it is. They look like different colors. It might be. It's called Midsummer Magic. But the Steve Garvey is to the Dodgers. Alright, I'm going to save this one for last, even though it's not the cut relic. Alright, the cut auto is actually not a 101. It is a cut auto, though. It's out of 35, 24 out of 35. And it is Billy Herman. Billy Herman. Going to the Reds. Oh, yeah, that is true. They did use their team jerseys. You're right, Matt. So it probably is from the All-Star game jerseys. I forgot. That is true. Billy Herman. The authenticity of this cut signature is guaranteed by Leaf. Billy Herman to the Reds. He apparently is a Hall of Famer. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That's a Hall of Fame plaque. All right, and our very last card is a good one too. And it is going to Signature Souvenir is what it's called. Anybody tell who that is yet? Bo Jackson on the Relic Auto. So that's why there was only one Relic, because the other one was a Relic Auto. 2 of 6. 2 of 6 Bo Jackson going to the Royals. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check that. He's clearly wearing a Royals uniform, but we know how the checklist has been here. I'm pretty sure he was Royals, though. Yeah, Bo Jackson is for sure Royals. 2 of 6, Bo Jackson. Man. That is epic. Man, those are like some of the best boxes that I may have ever opened. And it was Leaf, and I love Leaf, though. But man, that was an awesome break. All right, let's do a recap, aka let's just show all the cards again, because it was awesome. All right, here we go. Recap time, all the cards. We got Jeff Bagwell auto out of 25. Tino Martinez auto out of 8. Dizzy Dean dual relic out of 8. Kurt Schilling auto out of 7. Juan Gonzalez auto out of 10. 2 out of 10. Mark McGuire auto out of 5. 5 out of 5 on the Big Mac. Frank Robinson relic out of 6. 5 out of 6. Bobby Thompson dual relic out of 25 to the Giants. Jamie Moyer auto out of 10 out of 30. I'm sorry, 10 out of 30. Multi-team spot on the dual relic out of 35. 1 out of 35. Joe McCarthy out of 25. 14 out of 25. Dual relic. Barry Bonds out of 35. 24 out of 35. We had 4 out of 10. This might be my favorite card. It's pretty sweet. Bagwell, Schilling, Pedro, Tony Gwynn, Chipper Jones, Barry Bonds, A-Rod, The Kid, Jim Thome, Randy Johnson, Mariano Rivera, and Ivan Rodriguez. 12 game used jerseys going to the multi-team spot. All right, Steve Garvey to the Dodgers out of 25. To the Reds, Billy Herman, Hall of Famer, cut auto out of 35. We had the Bo Jackson out of 6. 2 out of 6 on the auto relic. Frank Thomas out of 15. 4 out of 15. Mickey Mantle, game used dual relic out of 7. Roberto Clemente, 1 of 1. Dual bat relic, game used bat relic to the Pirates. Then we had the quad auto to the Mariners, Ichiro, Omar Vizquel, Randy Johnson, Edgar Martinez. 7 out of 7. And that does us, guys. Really fun break. Really fun 2 breaks. Had a good night. Hope you guys had fun. I'm sorry if you didn't hit. Again, if you didn't hit, I'll give you a little something. Don't worry. When I'm sorting and I see that you didn't hit, I'll make it up to you. I'll send you a message or do something. But until the next one, guys, I appreciate y'all. Have an awesome weekend. Have an awesome holiday. I'll probably post another break. Might as well tomorrow. But until then, I'm out of here, guys. See ya.